Fouling of a boat's running gear has been a headache of boat owners for decades. Take control with Propspeed, the cost-effective way to keep your marine vessel running at peak performance. The process to apply Propspeed isn't difficult, but must be strictly adhered to. We recommend using a Propspeed approved applicator or experienced marine painter. Propspeed is available in 2 DIY kit sizes. A 200 milliliter kit will coat a set of 2 23-inch or 60 centimeter propellers, and a 500 milliliter kit will coat a set of 2 42-inch or 100 centimeter propellers. It's important to ensure that you have sufficient product on hand before starting the application process. For more info, click on the link or refer to your DIY Kits Coverage Guide. For the capable do-it-yourselfer, there are 5 simple steps to achieve a great result. 1. Metal surface preparation. 2. Initial clean. 3. Metal conditioning. 4. Etching primer. 5. Clear coat. In addition to the Propspeed kit, you'll need these items. The application of Propspeed requires planning. Make sure you have installed all zincs, all application gear is on hand, and you thoroughly understand the process. Then you're ready to get started. Step 1. Metal surface preparation. Any existing Propspeed must be removed. There are 2 options for removing the old Propspeed. 1. Mechanical sanding, or 2. Prop strip. Prop strip is a safe, low-toxicity remover. This product will reduce labor cost when removing Propspeed by up to 70%. Once the old Propspeed has been removed, sand the surface to an 80 grit profile. If you've never had Propspeed applied, simply abrade the surface to an 80 grit profile. This can be done using a mechanical sander. For difficult areas, hand sand using wet or dry 80 grit sandpaper. Gloves must be worn from this point onwards. Make sure you have plenty of rags on hand for the next 2 steps. Step 2. Initial clean. Using the blue Prop Clean Wipe. Once the surface has had the old Propspeed chemically or mechanically removed, it's time to clean the surface with the Prop Clean Wipe provided. Clean the surface with the blue Prop Clean Wipe. Immediately dry the surface with a clean, dry, white cotton rag. Repeat until there is no residue left on the cotton rag. Step 3. Metal conditioning. Using the red Prop Prep Wipe. Apply the Prop Prep solution liberally using the red Prop Prep Wipe provided in your kit. Immediately wipe the surface with a clean white cotton dry rag to ensure no residue is left. Prop Prep is acidic. Extra care should be taken when wiping the surface. The Prop Prep solution does not contain corrosive inhibitors, so the treated surface should be coated and primed with Propspeed as soon as possible. Now you're ready to start painting. Step 4. Metal etching primer. Applying the first 2 coats. Ambient temperatures influence the application of Propspeed and the set times of the metal etching primer and clear coat. We recommend a minimum temperature of 46 degrees Fahrenheit. In hot conditions, we never apply the product in direct sunlight or in humidity above 85%. Open the can of etching primer. The yellow pigment in the bottom of the can must be thoroughly mixed before adding the etching primer hardener. This can be done quite easily using the mixing stick provided. This usually takes no more than 2 or 3 minutes. Note: failure to thoroughly mix the etching primer base may lead to premature hardening, inconsistencies, and short life expectancy of the final coating system. Once the etching primer base has been thoroughly stirred and there are no solids left in the bottom of the can, you can now add the bottle of etching primer hardener to the etching primer base. It should look like this once fully mixed. The etching primer can be applied using a brush and/or foam roller. The application process must be well planned due to the quick recoat times between coats. The timing of each coat is essential to enable the required chemical bonding between coats. When applying Propspeed, be aware of the area to be coated and the recoat window. You may have to apply the etching primer and clear coat one section at a time. The Propspeed system requires 2 generous coats of etching primer. If moving the prop, be careful not to damage the fresh coating. When coating the blades of the propeller, remember to start in the hub area and work your way out to the end of the blade. Once you've applied the first coat of etching primer, wait approximately 3 to 5 minutes before applying the next coat. To test if it's ready, use the dry to touch test method. What is the dry to touch test method? Take your gloved index finger and touch the wet etching primer. If it leaves a small print on the prime surface but no etching primer transfers to the fingertip of your glove, you can begin applying the next coat. The wait time between coats of etching primer is very important and must be adhered to. Make sure you have some idea of how time is progressing. Using 80 degrees Fahrenheit as a benchmark, you have 3 to 5 minutes from the start of applying the first coat of etching primer to the start of applying the second coat of etching primer. Cooler temperatures will lengthen the recoat time between the two coats, and warmer temperatures will shorten up the recoat time between the two. Know what the ambient temperature is when starting. The same 3 to 5 minute rule applies between the second coat of etching primer and the clear coat. Be sure you are ready to move on to step number 5 immediately. Step 5. Clear coat. How to get a superior finish. Before applying the clear coat, use the dry to touch test method to ensure the second coat of etching primer has dried sufficiently. Apply a thin layer of clear coat with a brush only. Do not use a foam roller here. The clear coat is brushed and applied much like conventional varnish. Make sure there are no heavy runs or sags in the clear coat before moving on to another area. You'll have 5 to 10 minutes to touch up these areas before the clear coat dries. After completing the application of the clear coat, visually observe all areas, ensuring there are no misses or gaps. The clear coat will dry to a glossy finish, helping you find any uncoated areas. Propspeed requires a minimum of 8 hours to dry before launching. In cold climates, we recommend at least 24 hours of drying. Propspeed, the most inexpensive repower a boat owner can do to increase the performance of their vessel. More speed, less fuel.